Hello everyone, I'm Larry Bowen and with me today is Ryan Griffith, and it's an exciting time because this month is the anniversary, first year anniversary of Exclamation Points that Ryan has started, and we are excited to have him here today. We are going to be sharing an interview with him, and so let me ask you a few questions, Ryan, if I may, for our audience. I think they'll enjoy hearing a little bit of background about Exclamation Points. And I'd like to know, first of all, how did you begin Exclamation Points?
Well, it was coming up at a 10-year anniversary of writing my newsletter. I've been writing that for
Which
10
is
years. Ryan's Crossings.
Okay.
And I wanted to do, for that 10-year anniversary, I wanted to do something different and additional.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided on a video ministry. And with today's technology, it's just hard to pass it up. So I did that, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, the video ministry has been very effective, as we've seen in other places, YouTube and those venues. You can show the video clips, and the audience is literally millions. Yeah. Let me ask this.
A few years ago.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to do it.
You wouldn't have been able to affect that many people in such a short amount of time. And Ryan has always had a great gift in writing, and if you haven't had an opportunity to see any of his videos, then I encourage you to check those out. Let me ask you this question: where did the name Exclamation Points? Where did it come from?
Well, originally I wanted to do something related to my newsletter, like minute crossings or something along those lines, because I did want to do about a 1 minute message, and I've found along the way that keeping it to 1 minute is pretty hard.
A bit of a struggle, isn't it?
So usually they're about 2 to 3 minutes, but wanted something related to my newsletter, and nothing really sounded right. So I just prayed about it, thought about it, and then thought back to the encouraging words you gave me about being God's exclamation point, and thought that would be a great, very significant name, something everyone could relate to. So I checked into getting the domain name for Exclamation Points, and it wasn't, the .com wasn't available, but the .org was.
Right. So
I thought that was appropriate for a ministry. I got that, started using that, and then I guess about 6 months into it, the .com became available.
Okay.
And then I bought that at an auction, and then just been using that ever since. So it's it's a good name, and it's just kind of symbolic of once God gets a hold of your life, He really emphasizes life, and for me, he's just transformed just a regular old life into an exclamation point. It's not anything I've done. It's just staying out of His way and letting Him have His way and do His things, and it's a fun ride.
He's doing it. Just a little word clarity here too is that one time I was praying for Ryan and asking God to bless his life. And in the process of praying, I felt the Lord speak to me and say, Ryan is my exclamation point. Because as Ryan mentioned, that already over 10 years he's been writing Ryan's Crossings, and his writings have been incredible. Some great truths he's communicated through practical everyday events, and whenever when the Lord said he's my exclamation point, it was a fit. And so that's part and parcel how they all came about too. Let me ask this, Ryan. What's the purpose of exclamation points?
The purpose, it's primarily a geographical video ministry. I try with each different video to have a different backdrop that's relevant to the message. Sometimes I will think of the message first and then find a location to do the video where it ties in together. And then a lot of times, and especially recently, I'll just find something that I find interesting that I can use, a little bit that has some history, and then use that history, and then maybe just as for an educational tool, or for using that history and then turn it into like a ministerial type tool. But it's primarily a video ministry that goes to different places, and it's been a lot of fun to explore these places and then share that facts and history about those places with others.
Well, regarding these video messages, why do you create those?
Well, it's basically because I enjoy ministry. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I've had a lot of fun doing this, and discovering different places is a lot of fun. It's kind of like the explorer in me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just up in Kentucky or here in Florida, just find different places, and then I'll take most of the time take the kids with me, so they have a lot of fun. You know, I'll let them know where we're going.
So
maybe a few days ahead of time. It's turned into a
family event.
Yeah. And it's, that's part of this too, is to teach them an appreciation of history, to give them a godly perspective. No matter what you're doing or where you are, to just keep that godly perspective on things, to have fun, and just to really, discover things, and to just keep that sense of wonder going. Even though we get so tied up in the everyday schedules and we get so busy, it's fun to get the family, take some time out, and go find a place, and they look forward to it as much as I do. And I took my nephew one time and to the Kentucky Horse Park, and it's the first time he had gone with me, and he wanted to know where we were going next.
Is that
so
right?
It's just
created some excitement.
Just to create excitement and just a taste for history and stuff like that.
Well, you've had 12 months under your belt of doing video ministry now, and who do you see as your audience?
Right now, it's just the casual web surfer. I use titles that, hopefully it'll catch someone's eye, and then they, look into it and may get a little more than they bargained for, and get it. They may be looking for one thing and then stumble upon my video, and then realize that, hey, I'm glad I found this. It's something that makes them think differently, or encourages them, or just teaches them something.
Good. Your logo, I'm fascinated by your logo. How did that come about?
That, I need, you need a logo if you're going to do anything these days.
Right.
So I thought it'd be meaningful to use, the cross that you and the church gave me at my dad's funeral. I just took a picture of that, and then, through Photoshop, added 2 points to it to represent the exclamation points in the plural sense, and so it has kind of a dual meaning to it. It's from that originally, but it's kind of basic, but it represents what I'm trying to do.
There's a lot of meaning behind it, for sure. Yeah. Well, listen, it's apparent that Exclamation Points is here to stay. What do you see for the next 12 months in the video ministry? Where do you see it going, and what do you want to accomplish?
Well, for me, a lot of learning, a lot more discovery, and I hope that also translates to a lot of learning and discovery for whoever's watching it. I know this morning my daughter was watching one of the messages from the Space Center yesterday, and she says to my mom that he knows a lot, and it's not really that I know a lot. I've just done my research, done my homework, but I'm hoping that creates kind of an interest in whoever's watching it to go out and explore your community, your surroundings. I mean, we live in a great country. There's so much heritage and history here, just to get people out exploring and appreciating everything around you. Just so much beauty.
Thank you. It's been a joy having Ryan with us today, and want you to stop back by his YouTube site and check out videos in the future. God bless you.